TV47 News tonight. Thank you for choosing us. Let's get to more news. And more than 100,000 teachers from public primary schools in the country have received training in innovative ways of teaching mathematics and secured up to 70% in cost saving for purchase of textbooks, resulting in more than 60 million textbooks being distributed to primary and secondary schools. Earlier today, Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha launched the country's statement of commitment to education financing and outlined the country's role as the co-host of the Global Partnership for Education 2021-2025.
For the better part of last year, learners, especially those from needy backgrounds, could not access education due to COVID-19.
One teacher I remember very clearly, and
a reality that the Global Partnership for Education seeks to change in its quest to ensure all learners across the globe access education. The campaign, Education for All, aims to raise $5 billion or more than 530 billion shillings that is expected to benefit 175 million girls and boys, as well as reach 140 million more students with professionally trained teachers.
We believe that this campaign will help us to come up with resources to address the widespread disruptions to learning that have been caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic necessitated the closure of schools for more than 6 months in Kenya. The aim was to protect our children, teachers, and their families from the threat of this virus.
Already the country is counting milestones it has been able to achieve because of the Global Partnership for Education.
Using this fund, the TSC has completed the development of the remote learning methodologies training manual and trained more than 95,000 teachers on the remote learning methodologies this month of June. We expect the teachers to have acquired the remote learning methodologies to share with their peers in the schools and respective regions.
Through financial support of GPE, the government has procured and distributed a total of 10.5 million textbooks, including those meant for special needs education, in the spirit of Leave No Child Behind. This well-organized central procurement of textbooks has led to a cost reduction on expenditure of books by up to 70%. The good practice under GPE has been adopted by the government, which has enabled us to distribute more than 60 million textbooks to public primary and secondary schools to date. Thanks to this arrangement, we now have achieved a ratio of 1-to-1 learner textbook ratio.
The fourth financing campaign for the GPE was launched on 12th October 2020 by President Uhuru Kenyatta and UK's Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
He has been talking to heads of state across the world, writing to them. He sent letters to the G7 just before the G7 meeting 2 weeks ago, and there has been a response. So part of it is getting donors to put money into the basket. But the other part, which is even more important, is to get countries like ours, developing countries, to increase their funding for education.
In my primary and high school years, I picked up the foundational skills that have propelled me to a successful career in sports. Self-discipline.
Kenya's Eliud Kipchoge has also joined the campaign and will be using his platform to amplify the call to fund education.
Let us always remember, when you promote education, you are empowering the society. And
others who have endorsed the campaign are the 2019 Global Teacher Prize winner Peter Tabichi, Michelle Obama, Naomi Campbell, among others. Today, Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha launched the country's statement of commitment to education financing and outlined the country's role as the co-host of the Global Partnership for Education from 2021 to 2025. Sharon Baranga, TV47.